to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment to honor those in the military, country, and community. Public comment, we have, I believe, one on the books right now. So, Mr. Kevin, you're up, sir.
All right, hello, everybody. I'm Kevin O'Brien. My wife and I run the marina down at Ginny Lake. And Joe Cywork, who is the current representative for the House of Representatives for the 101st District, which Haven is in, is retiring. And he kind of kept giving me some nudges and pushing it, and finally convinced me to run for the office. So I'm a candidate for that office. I'm just going out trying to meet as many people as I can because I'm not a politician, I guarantee you that. And I just kind of decided that I need to put this and this and this where this has been for a while and see if I can't go up and be the guardian for our values, rural areas that we need instead of letting other people out of the metropolitan areas speak for us and don't have really a background of being out amongst the people and seeing everybody. And if there was any concerns that the council would have, I'd be interested in knowing so that if I get elected, I want to be able to represent people. I don't want to be, like I said, I don't want to be a politician. She gave me a good analogy of what a politician is, and I liked it. But Mike Murphy, our senator out here, is backing me. Joe Cywork obviously is endorsing me. Don Boatner, the commissioner, and him and I go to church together on Sunday, and he was pretty ecstatic when he heard I was running too. So I'm just looking for support, and then at the same time gathering information to see whatever I can do to help people in small rural areas. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving forward, approved minutes from June 15th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from June 15th.
Have a motion on the table.
I'll second.
Have a second. All in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Accounts payable from the 16th through the 6th.
Anybody have any questions?
I didn't see anything crazy.
I looked through them earlier today and I didn't see anything.
If there are no questions or anything else, I need a motion to move forward.
I make a motion to approve the accounts payable from June 16th, 2026 to July 6th, 2026 in the amount of $166,584.32.
Have a motion on the table. Need a second.
I'll second that.
Have a second by Corey. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Need an executive session.
Just if you guys are going to do that, I'm trying to get all my council to add subject lines and sort of more compliant with how he says it. So there's and so if you guys are wanting to do the E, it's the subject of staff on when you say for the, I'm just trying to make sure that we're following. So you want to say, if anybody wants to do executive session, if you want to say for the subject of staff.
I move the governing body to recess in executive session for 5 minutes to discuss staff conduct, non-elected personnel, staff conduct, to include the city attorney, city clerk, and public works director. The open meeting will resume in this room at
7.
Or 17.
7:10.
Motion on the table. Need a second.
Second. Yep.
All in favor, say aye. Motion
Okay. Noted.
Back from executive session, no binding action taken. Need a motion for the next executive session,
I won't be there.
say 25 minutes to begin with. Or say 20 minutes to begin with.
We need a specific subject.
Just annual review.
I move the governing body recess the executive session for 25 minutes to discuss non-elected personnel and for an annual review to include the city attorney and city clerk. The open meeting to resume at 7:35.
I'll second.
Have a motion, have a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Was it just us and over there in the beginning? Back from executive session, no binding action taken. Do we need to extend?
I'd like a motion to extend for 10 minutes.
Have a motion on the table to extend. Have a second by Sierra, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Turn.
Oh, return.
7:35. Yeah, I gotta finish this, I forgot to send that.
There you go. Our policy.
It's okay, we'll get through this.
I wanted to ask you a question.
She's ready.
Back from executive session, no binding action taken. Consider EDC's budget.
Good evening. Do you have a copy?
Yes.
Just a little bit, there are a little bit of differences there. One, you'll see a line item for housing. We have reduced that. That's kind of a what if line item. In other words, we hope not to spend it. But we did put money in our budget. You see, it's not as much as usual, but in case lots do not sell and the city needs help paying the bond, but it's all your money anyways. That's kind of why that's in there. The other items are really, I would say, to support our director. One, some extra money into travel. We find out that she goes places and represents us well. We appreciate that. And the other item that increased considerably is hospitality. If you remember, she has now started, back in my day, it was called the Haven Business Council. She's got a new name for it, but Haven businesses are invited on a every other month basis to a meeting, just to share with one another. And we wanted that hospitality to support that meeting to where they could have a light meal as part of that, maybe as an incentive to get them there. So.
Why the memberships is going up so much?
From 600 to 900, is that what you show on yours? I was thinking when we looked at the actual expenditures, they were higher than 600, and so we increased that a little bit. Sometimes that's what was actually spent, makes a difference.
And then is there a reason why we're not doing anything for business retention?
It's really, I don't quite know why we have two lines there.
Oh, I see.
You kind of have business incentives, and you see we've increased that a little bit because we had reduced it previously, but we're trying to put some extra funds in that. But the business retention, I think a lot of that really happens through our director and her contacts with it.
I'm just really wondering what our return on investment is because we've lost 2 businesses recently. Don't really know of any new businesses that are coming. So I'm just hesitant to increase the budget and not even maybe decrease the budget when we're not seeing much.
So a few years ago, we had that, quite a pretty high limit. And we had one business that had a very large, just before we kind of put a cap on it. I think we gave them $75,000 for kind of business enhancement / retention. And I believe we've got that was Haven Steel. We've gotten our investment, I believe, back from that.
I'm not aware of that. That must have been before.
Yeah, that was probably when
They've never given anybody that kind of money
Rick was on there.
in my time, so.
But two businesses that went out of business in the last year, yeah, we don't have a very high return.
Because we've given them grants and stuff to do things, and it's actually 3 of them because the one before that had one too, or had a grant, so.
Grants.
Yeah, sorry, that was just my biggest concerning question is we're giving these out to these businesses and then they're turning around and shutting down.
Well, and we have a business in town that's currently struggling but doesn't qualify for a grant because there's a 5-year limit on it. So I'm just wondering if there's not something we could do more for retention instead of just incentives for starting a new business, especially when they're closing after a year or two, this one's what, coming up on 5 years maybe, not quite hit 5 years. I don't know, Taste Joe's opened not too long after I came.
They did
4.5 years.
4.5 years.
So, I don't know, maybe there's,
The EDC can make any recommendations or any, if people communicate what their needs are, I'm sure the EDC.
On the lines of retention. Yeah.
So. Any other questions about EDC's budget?
I was gonna say, I'm certainly open to the idea of taking some out of incentives and putting it in the retention.
well, I wondered about doing like, you're asking for 30,000, what if you did like 10,000 for new business, 10,000 for retention, and then 10,000 for like an incentive or project? You know what I mean, like, kind of divvying it up a little bit to more specific community needs.
Do you
That's
have-
just my thought.
But that is a good thought. And do you have people coming to you like, hey, we're struggling and
I think that would probably, once again, be through our direct connections with them, but not to EDC specifically.
they're presenting and they're not here? So, but I got you. Thank you.
Yeah, that might mean, we've got some language in our BE grant, so we probably have to do some adjusting to the grant language.
Do you mind taking that back and seeing?
I will send it back.
I was gonna say, I know. I hate asking you,
But
but yes, I read too, I was just
Might be
ignoring that.
relevant at the next meeting.
I don't, I didn't wanna read that letter.
No, me neither.
Is there any other things for Mr. Lee on that? The other one would be the BE grant for the Haven House.
Yeah, so, we just talked about the grant, so I think you have a copy of that as well, but Haven House is wanting to do some expansion in the form of outbuilding. They actually have provided us with documentation to spend, but I think they're actually going to spend about $50,000, so the maximum amount of the grant is $10,000. That is why that grant is.
Can you tell us, like, I don't feel like they did a great job, I guess, of answering the one question about how this enhancement will increase customers or business activity. And have you talked to anybody that's more information? Does the director have any more
I was gonna say, you're getting out of my realm.
I'm just,
I'm sure she will do a good job of answering that, but she's our contact person that goes, so.
That would be my biggest thing is, this is not really, in my opinion, an enhancement to bring more business into their. Now, if they were building on an attached garage with 2 rooms and a garage, then yeah, maybe. But just to add an outbuilding and increase parking, I don't feel that meets
Right, I don't,
part of the.
their answer doesn't meet that question. I don't feel, I agree.
And I agreed with you. It was like, I was thinking of buildings, I didn't know about the quote, but just looking at the grant, I was like, I'm not comfortable with $10,000 for, so your feet don't get wet in the parking lot. That's kind of how it came across to me.
They do park in the dirt.
Oh, do they?
That corner of the lot is.
I'm with you, I'm
Dirt
just
roads.
saying, they don't have like a very big parking area, I would say.
Yeah, and it might be just the time of day I run by. I mean, I don't see a lot of people there. I don't see a lot of activity.
The employees park on the side of the dirt more than, and then guests park on the front on concrete, from my understanding.
Yes.
That's what I've seen before.
Thoughts on it from council? Would you like more answers back from the EDC director?
Yes.
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 At the next meeting?
Oh, she'll come. Oh, that's.
And then our next item of business is accepting Mr. Weedle's resignation.
No,
No. We made it.
no.
So with that, does that make Ms. Schmidt chairperson?
She'll finish the year. So,
So with,
election officers would have started the year.
okay. With that, is there a conflict of interest since she's a president also selling lots?
I feel it is.
I thought it has always been a conflict of interest from the beginning. So I would say either she needs to not,
I don't know, I hesitate on that because she's not paid, she's a chairperson.
Still doesn't matter. There's a conflict.
That, so like she could recuse herself from any vote that would have any pertain to any of that. I think that's
I think
why we.
professionally, I think she could do that, but the scope of how it looks. The meeting, you find out a lot of information, even though he's staying from voting or staying from speaking, you will have inside information that the public could find out 2 days later.
So do you see, I guess I'm just thinking out loud, is making her a chair worse than having her as a committee member?
I don't think she should be there.
I see the same. I see it kind of being the same,
Right,
same thing.
that's kind of what I'm saying, like it's not any different than what we've already proved.
But
So,
this is just me. She's the lead realtor on the Wildcat Landing. She's now sitting in I don't want to say a position of power, but she's got inside knowledge to where, no offense, but she can use it to her advantage. I see
what
this as
kind
a
of, I'm just trying to understand this more, what kind of inside information is?
anything.
Is this something that liability wise we?
I don't have, I'm learning in real time. So I don't, I to speak on it. I would say the meetings are public, I'm assuming, are they open?
Yeah.
But I do, I think conflict just off the top of my head would be, I kind of know what the city would go for, or the negotiation, and kind of like in the back of our head, if council probably says, hey, see, this is what we came up with, you guys are probably going to say, we're for, so I do see that being conflict off the top of my head. She is putting together the deals, and then also she's on the side of saying, this is a deal that. And I think the optics of it, it sounds like, again, I'm learning real time, like kind of together, to agree with her. But it sounds like the optics of it also.
But at the end of the day, the city has to approve the contract, correct?
Well, and she doesn't make any deciding
Correct.
votes on the committee, let alone it having to come back to the council for the council.
Yeah,
So-
the council enters the agreement, so it's, you guys decided, it's how much, this is a subject that you guys put together, so it's your committee that you're saying, do the, and again, I'm also not exactly sure what they're doing now with the well. You know what I mean? Like now that it's already happened and the lots are, I'm not sure what.
Jessica
They're
Schmidt
doing
is the realtor. She's a member of the committee, but she's also the realtor that the committee has decided to sell all the Walcott Landing lots.
Right.
She currently sits as vice chair.
Well, my question is, I don't know now what the committee is doing with the lots because they've already, it's not like it's platted, it's already there.
And so she's selling.
Right, and so I don't know what decisions are being made. Are there any decisions now really being made?
By the EDC?
Right. For the
Are
ones
they
that-
still
is
making
it-
any decisions of any kind?
Like the covenants have been done, the lots have already platted.
I hope we're done.
That's what I'm thinking. Practically, I don't know what. So I don't want to, I can't fully.
I just don't know how you get away from some of this in a small town sometimes.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what.
And we tried for a realtor for months before.
I don't know, people are volunteering their time. Some of them are gonna be business owners. I appreciate the concerns. I think we've raised the concerns and the community has heard the concerns. But I think just as a person of integrity that could be trusted to do this.
And I would say, when we think about committee members, we want business representation.
Right.
We want community representation. I'm gonna just say it, mostly because I'm going off committee, but, you know, when we have openings, we don't have a big rush of people coming through the door to serve on that committee. So, maybe before we target or identify a concern, we might want to think about how many openings we want to have. Just being blunt with you.
I appreciate it. Appreciate the candidness.
I know we're going to have one opening. Guys, it's been great. I've enjoyed it. It's, I showed up here at an EDC meeting many years ago, as school superintendent and said, the school needs to be a part of this process. And the next month they put me on the committee. So, I think I'm the longest standing member currently, but, my new job is, as you guys know, it's going to require my time and energy to be elsewhere, and I don't quite know how I can attend meetings, so that doesn't work.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
The side note on EDC, our planning commission meets tomorrow to go over
The zoning. The zoning appeals board meets tomorrow.
With that, one of their discussion topics is the offset application for the house that we built. They approved it, understood it right, it has to come to the county.
No, it doesn't.
Did you change that?
I think she clarified that.
Okay, then never mind. Disregard what I was gonna say.
Maybe you'll find your way back to us
Never.
after your couple years.
I'm not an engineer, do you?
They can approve it.
I've done just the same last year at the time. The last thing that EDC has had in the interim of them is the concept of a manufactured home on Wildcat Landing. Covenants would not allow that to happen.
8th Street didn't allow it to happen, but we have one, and it
The
looks,
covenants would not allow that to happen.
it looks decent.
They can.
That might be a topic of discussion, and I know of one homeowner that would be against that. They do look much nicer than what I remember when I was young.
Yes, understood. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
We need a motion for
Oh,
his
yeah.
resignation.
We Need a motion on the table.
Make a motion to accept Clerk Beadle's resignation.
Nicole moves,
I'll second.
Sherry second. All in favor, say aye.
You're trying to say Sierra.
Notice of intent.
Make us say it.
This is just, you guys have already voted to increase the R&R 74.001 This is just the document that I need to complete, sign, and then file with the county.
Okay.
And so.
Do you need a motion?
We already motioned.
Oh, yep, sorry. Just kidding.
All right.
Adam's making me nervous over here.
What else?
I
do
mean,
we
they
got?
already accepted this, so, and then, I'm continuing to work on the budget, so that is a work in process. The 29th, I am meeting with all the different, people via Zoom, for Edmonds GovTech. We are that much closer to getting implementation started and going live, still working for December, January as our go live date for everything, so that'll be exciting. That's about all I have, unless you guys have any questions on anything that I think of.
That is the 29th of July, right?
29th of July, yes. And like Adam said, tomorrow, we do have a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. And so we had one, on the 22nd, for a different property that the zoning did, they approved that variance as well. It was to have a building that's 28 foot instead of 30 foot on their property setback, so. Wildcat. No, this was outside of Wildcat, so. So this isn't something abnormal that we're doing for the Wildcat Landing. Everybody, it applies to everybody, so you guys know.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Carmichael, you're up, and I need to go for a situation. So.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Everything's going pretty smooth, swimming pools, still wet, still opening.
Still hold water.
Still holding water. The pool pump has continued to get louder. And the pool pump is probably close to 30 years old. Why it didn't get changed out in the whole renovation time, I have no idea. I wasn't part of that part, but anyhow. So I started getting some quotes and looking for a new pump and stuff, just in case. It's looking like only about $8,000 for a new pump.
That sounds about right.
And of course, the pump and the motor we've got is obsolete now. So the replacement is not an exact hold up, so that could create more problem if need be. So, and the lead time can get one's a month. So we're gonna be, even if I order one tomorrow, we're in August by the time we actually get it. And then we're already open till August 15th or 16th or something like that. And so we're gonna hold our breath and hope that it survives throughout the rest of the summer.
It can just be loud.
At the end of the year, we were gonna take it out and go get it rebuilt. And I'm confident that, we can get the motor rebuilt and the pump worked up and stuff, and we'll be in good shape. And it'll be direct in that. So just to give you a heads up on that, we'll cross our fingers it survives another month and a half. But it does seem like it's gotten louder in the last pool. It's like it's plateaued, so. Yeah. And other than that, mowing, we've been mowing like crazy because the weather is just making grass grow like crazy. Last week I had all three of them out mowing until noon each day, and with the heat, we're getting all the strenuous stuff done before noon, and then trying to stay out of the heat as much as we can in the afternoons because we don't want nobody going down with heat problems. And other than that, everything's been going good.
Are you guys leaving at 4:30? Like
3:30.
3:30? Like, okay, I was like, I thought
We're 7 to 3:30.
during the summer we had.
We're actually doing it all year round.
Oh, doing it all,
It
okay.
actually worked out really good.
Okay.
Everybody likes it that way. You got people that, one was a 5-6 school teacher, the other one's kids get out at 3:30, so it just worked out really good. And then the winter time, with the time changing, it just kind of listens around.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, 7 to 3:30.
You guys can circle my lot what the school spray is.
They are fogging tonight. We are.
Good, I got
It
that.
should be getting ready to start fogging right now, so. And we would have fogged before the holiday weekend, but the wind was.
Stupid, it wouldn't have made
Wind,
sense.
yeah.
So. We're probably gonna try to fog at least twice this week, probably today and Thursday or Friday. Other than that, that's all I got.
Do we provide dumps to people who have standing water? Have we
Have them in the office.
posted that recently?
Haven't posted it, but, yeah.
Thank you. Anything else?
Thank you, Steve.
Well, we got Tyler, come in and started working, getting him kind of familiarized with, the Haven way of doing things. Getting him, trained with, geography and that sort of thing around here, so. Hopefully he should be up and able to be running on his own here soon, but, we'll, I'm not gonna kick him loose into the streets until he's, on his own, until I feel confident that, he's not gonna go out there and have a problem, so I don't wanna set him up for failure. I had, a system backup, system put on my truck. We had the part, and it's from, previous, when the Impala was bought, that it never got put on the Impala, so I got it put in, my patrol truck, in my truck, to see where, see if that's gonna help us to be able to shut our trucks off more and, kind of extend that, maintenance time and stuff like that, so we're gonna see how that works on mine. And then we did order a couple more of them just to have until, so we can maybe get those put in there. But during the summer and stuff like that, we can't have the computers and stuff, kind of would overheat in the truck right now. So hopefully that'll help us a little bit later on down the road. Axon stuff that you guys voted on, products are starting to show up. Got most of those there. We'll start working with Axon and getting those implemented so we get the other ones sent back. The other thing was Officer Phillips worked over the weekend. He reported back to me that the city of Haven, the Havenites did a very good job with fireworks. We did not have a single complaint from anyone here in town as far as fireworks were concerned. It went off when they were supposed to go off and shut down when they were supposed to shut down. So thankful for that. Except somebody said they had one that went off 2 minutes later. I thought I heard one go off at 11:02.
I think I heard that same one, but I think it was more closer to midnight.
Other than that, still working on getting stuff ready for the Aegis audit and
Anything for Chief Hayden?
Got a question for you. I've noticed a lot of I don't want to say personal cars because I don't know who they belong to, a lot of delayed cars parking in and around the police station, on the pavement and things. Is that y'all's personal cars? Like people are parking, leaving their vehicles there?
describe a vehicle that you see.
Substance there.
I mean,
No, I just, over the weekend, I noticed there were extra cars just kind of, every now and then you'll see a car parked on the pavement.
You're probably talking about a black Mustang. I've seen it, and I would assume it's the new police officers.
Well, that's why I'm just, is it, okay.
So I've got that, Mel Hamilton comes up sometimes and they drop off a vehicle to take one of our vehicles in for service.
And that,
So,
yeah.
and then we have customers that come in to visit.
I just
So,
I was thinking I noticed a little extra traffic around there. So.
I met your mom on Daylight Donut on Saturday morning.
she said you did, she said that she didn't buy me.
Anything else from the council for G-Ping? Council member concerns, Shelley? Corey?
Not so much concern. I would just say I'm happy to see the pool hours stabilizing. I hate to go by happenings, but there seems to be a lot of commentary about closing early and stuff like that. It's just like, I don't think anybody's called in and said anything.
I think they've been really good at posting it. Steve, have you
No,
had anything?
I haven't had any complaints other than people.
Wow.
No, but they're just doing what we told them to do.
Okay.
If there's nobody showing up at the pool, we start sending lifeguards home. If it continues to be nobody, if we got more lifeguards and got people there swimming, let's close. It's
an efficiency.
It's a money loss
Okay.
all the way around, so.
So I mean, that one person that decides to go because it's cloudy out and it's closed.
Right.
They normally let us know, plus we've told them kind of what we expect. So, so far they have been, I was shocked, 4th of July, I looked on the cameras just out of curiosity, like, well, how busy is the pool? And I was like, shit, when it opened, there was not a single person
Right.
at the pool,
What was
other than lifeguards. At like 2 o'clock on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. None.
Well, since I don't have a concern with it personally, but since I saw it come up, and
Yeah.
that's the second time in a couple of weeks that it's come up, I thought I would just mention it.
Sherry?
I'm good.
Nicole?
My only thing is I wanted to kind of see what you guys thought about planning to do evaluations in April every year. That way it's before the reappointment of officers and it's done. We can plan on it.
I like that idea.
Have them done before
Like that annual.
the appointment. But yeah, that's my only thing.
My only thing is, can we have to the next agenda, an executive session to discuss the annual review?
Thank you.
I do have one thing, I forgot. We do, our treasurer, her mother just passed away, and so, we will be in the, for our arrangement. Because her mother was a lifelong resident of Hazen, pretty much, very, very invited into the community, so just so you all know, it is, yeah. Julie's been with us for 10+ years now, and so we're going to be sending that as soon as we know where to send it. And it'll probably be a little bit more than what we have been spending. We try to keep a lower one, but floral arrangements have gotten crazy. So just so you know, on the next accounts payable, you probably will see something a little higher.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? If not, I need a motion to adjourn.
Do we need to set an agenda for next week?
Oh. Do we need an agenda for next meeting? That calendar says June, that's messing me up. July.
July 20th.
What we have for July 20th,
Okay. Well, if we don't end up having anything, just move the,
other than your executive.
well, then just move it to when we have
Okay.
a meeting.
Do you guys, if you,
Yeah,
You
we,
can, if you.
yeah.
Yes,
we just post it before,
Other departments
still
have
counts.
reviewed.
Huh?
Yeah,
The
I
other
didn't know
departments
that.
have reviewed.
We're not canceling.
No, we wait to see
Yeah.
it a couple days
So
before
yeah,
and
that was
then
the only thing
if,
I could think of.
right, but we could
Well,
move it to a day that we have a meeting if we want, so we don't come in just for that.
Public
yeah, we've got our
comment
public. our
I was gonna
public
say, we already
meeting.
have that next week, so it'd be fine if we miss
Yeah.
the 20th. Okay, then I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Nicole seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.